Sound off like you've got a pair. Welcome back to our relaunch of the Kerbal series. We have done a couple of off-camera missions, just very basic stuff. We did another airplane mission. We drove around. We made a little car, and we drove around a little bit, gathering some science, just absolutely basic stuff, in order to get to 45 science, and we unlocked basic science, which gives us the storage unit for our experiments, the Science Junior, batteries. We can now make probes, so we can do some unmanned stuff. We spent some money and upgraded mission control, so now we can have 7 active contracts. We've accepted a whole bunch of them. Focused observational surveys above certain altitudes, which should be easy once we get into orbit. We've accepted testing a THUD liquid fuel engine in a suborbital trajectory, very high altitude. We accepted a testing of a decoupler in flight, which should be easy, and orbiting Kerbin. And that's what we're going to attempt to do, is the orbit of Kerbin right now. If we get to test that decoupler, great. If not, that's all right. We're going to attempt to test the parachute when we come back down, if at all possible. But we are going to orbit. We are going to build a basic craft. And when we get done with this, I will... I'm going to take... Yeah, never mind. When I get done with this, we will launch it, and I will see you then. Okay, we got ourselves a rocket built. I'm not entirely sure this is going to get us to orbit, but it will get us pretty high up there, to say the least. We also have more science gear, so we're going to be doing science while we're up there. So let us just launch our ship. The solid boosters going first, and then we're going to kick in the liquid boosters. Kick in the liquid booster, there we go. This is a very, very basic rocket. Nothing too spectacular. We used up all the parts that we possibly could. Couldn't add anything else, so we couldn't even take decouplers for the solid boosters. You really need to earn more money. Start rolling it over a little bit, getting it on a better trajectory for an orbit. Our altitude up there. See what we're looking at. We are looking at not getting to space. Well, we'll get to space, we just will not be getting to an orbit. Yeah. It's not quite there. That's alright. We can open up our bay door and observe our mystery goo. Keep that experiment. We've got... Where is it? Deploy that, yeah. And find our pressure data. Keep that. Where's our thermometer? There's our thermometer. Log temperature. And let's ignite our boosters. There we go. Don't need to have that much thrust. Go. Close that. Can we do a crew report? What's our crew report look like? Excellent. And observe our materials bay. 22.5. Let us see, what's our altitude? Alright, we're going to try to get more altitude. I want to get a crazy amount of altitude before we observe our materials bay. 41. done. So we will observe our materials bay. 325, nope. Can't do an EVA from this altitude. Get to 40 and we'll observe the materials bay. Alright, observe the materials bay. Let's see if that changes it. No, 22.5. That's still a decent amount of science. That's tip our butt. Excellent. We're just going to wrap this boy in. So I will see you once we have landed successfully. Alright, we have successfully landed and recovered our craft. We've collected 66 science from that mission. We did not complete any of our contracts, which is sad, but you know, it is what it is. But we are now capable of unlocking more equipment. We're going to research that. So we have got a whole slew of contracts to complete. We're going to start getting to these real soon. We need to complete them in order to earn more money so that we can upgrade our facilities, because we really need to upgrade our launch pad, and we need to you know what, we're going to upgrade our launch pad as is, and then we will upgrade the vehicle assembly building at a later date. Because I believe the vehicle assembly building, no, don't leave that, only allows us to use 30 parts. Yeah, 30 parts. And then when we upgrade, we can use 255 parts. And the launch pad's weight was standing in the way of us mounting some heavier stuff to it. So now we should be able to make it to orbit, but we can always build another car. We can drive it around. We can collect more science. We have that the materials bay to observe. We still haven't collected science from all of the Kerbal site, and we haven't collected science from the other biomes like the mountains and the highlands. So we still have things we can do here on Kerbin, but we really want to complete those contracts because that's what's going to earn us the money that we need. So in the next video, we are going to attempt to build a bigger rocket and make it to orbit, complete that orbit contract, and maybe complete some of those observational surveys while in orbit if we bring enough fuel and we can actually make enough maneuvers up there. So for now, go check out our Facebook page, like, subscribe, and comment what you'd like to see next. We've got a Twitch up as well. We stream on the weekends. We stream every Sunday. Go check that out. Be sure to follow us there. And go check out our GoFundMe page. But for now, happy flights, safe travels, and adios.